another flyer. So that thing can dock in the back. And g'day, this is the Blacktron APTS, the Advanced Payload Technology or Testing System, codename Eclipse. This is a project that came out of the leaked images of the Pharrell Williams Over the Moon set. It had been hoped by a lot of us that the forthcoming Black Spaceship was going to be a Blacktron ship. And when the leaked images came out and we saw that it was a black shuttle on a big purple tampon thing with some skull rack from the Aztec times, that was a little bit weird as part of a vanity project for a movie that didn't do very well. And I thought that something needed to be done with this ship and to bring my personal hopes alive. So from the leaked images, I reverse engineered the ship in studio and started messing around to actually convert it to Blacktron. The front of this was not shown in the images, so I had to come up with my own thing. So I wanted this to be an intake, and people have said it looks like a MiG-15, which it does. So that's pretty cool. It's got plenty of weapons, lots of rotating guns and all sorts of stuff on it. It's got, of course, it is a payload technology system or payload testing system. So it has lots and lots of hard points for various missiles, weapons. It has thrusters on the bottom as well as all around at the back. It's capable of very high G turns and is suitable for all sorts of interplanetary combat missions. It is also able to VTOL to take off, and when it does take off, its gear rotates like that. This is also some weaponry to fire under the belly of it, and the undercarriage can all fold away, so you can see here that all folds down into there. I've made it so that it just sticks up just a little so that you can get it back out easily. If it goes all the way in, it's impossible to get out. So I've made it so that happens. And the rear fuel tanks or undercarriage also serves as the rear support. What else? Let's have a look. So if we have a look inside the cockpit, you've got an advanced targeting system here. I wanted that on the top, and I've repurposed those areas on the original ship. These can actually rotate a little, which we'll get to in a moment. So we'll just have a look in the cockpit. That's inside. I'm going to be able to replace some of these now that we have some cool parts from the Renegade. So you can replace things with that if you want. You've got a heads-up display there, and also it's got plenty of room for your Blacktron figure wearing his air tanks, because it's got that sort of old style seat, and there is actually space through there, and I don't know if you can see it in there, but there is a radio hidden in the roof there as well. So that's that. Now, the set, one of the things when reverse engineering things is you get to have an idea of how much space is actually available inside, and there's a lot of space in the back here. So much space that you can fit inside another flyer. So that thing can dock in the back, and this is actually designed to be flown vertically like so. So your minifig can actually stand. If I disconnect that, cockpit can come open like that. Let's just grab our guy, and once again it's got space for his air tanks. So if we stand him up, he can stand on there. Air tanks go in, and he's a very happy chap with his flyer. So it's sort of a vertical sort of system, sort of like the Slave one. or if you want, you can fly it this direction, and it's got guns and weapons on there. So, and similarly, just as the daughter ship, it's sort of, you know, that's just an indication of the intake at the front there. So you can have, I'll show you inside the back, so you can sort of see how much space is in there. And there are actually other controls and bits and pieces in there that you find when you're building that you can't really access once it's in there. So up to you if you want to include them or not. But I love the way this has turned out. I did a lot of work around the back here, all this sort of shaping. Got some of these old school rocket sort of parts and stuff to make some cool weapons. Yeah, so there you go. That is the Blacktron APTS Eclipse. The instructions are up on Rebrickable if you'd like to have a go. Some people have already made some, and there are some photos of real ones that other people have made. Unfortunately, his hands are a little too wide to go in there, so he does need to come out. But my idea is that, you know, you can dock that in the back, and folds down like that. And then there is an air gap that he can crawl through back to the front if his arms were a little bit more flexible than ABS allows. So anyway, put him back in there, and he is ready to roll. Awesome. I hope you like that. Build like mad. See you in the next one.